Our homes are the largest investment most of us will ever make. They should provide us with sanctuary and a sense of belonging.
We're in a fantastic area, surrounded by people that we love.
It's safe for the cats. I love the outlook on the front.
But as lives evolve and families grow, what we need from our bricks and mortar can change dramatically.
Our home has to be an office as opposed to just being a home.
So we're looking back. Look at this! It's stunning.
At some of our inspiring builds and fascinating house hunts.
Oh, I could just imagine myself being here.
And the lovely families that undertook them.
In the name of resolving that famous dilemma.
Are you going to love it?
Or list it.
Today, we're looking at collections and clutter. Oh, Gordon Bennett. As we tackle two very full houses.
A room with no discernible use whatsoever apart from storage.
We've got one couple reluctant to part with their precious belongings.
Every cupboard is jam-packed full of treasures.
And a family in desperate need of an almighty clear-out.
You are basically trying to spend your way out of Clutter.
But with both houses transformed,
It makes it feel so much bigger.
was it enough to reunite our warring couples?
Quite often when we meet families for the first time, that they think the house is too small for them and they run out of space. And actually, often that's not the case, is it?
No, they're space wasting.
They're not making every square foot count. They're wasting it.
Massively space wasting. We buy too much stuff, we keep too much stuff.
And house prices are so high, every square foot has to count. I think the builds that have actually been most inspiring working on the programme is when the house hasn't been made bigger, but it's been made better.
Yes.
Rearranging the space.
Yeah, as you know, sometimes I go meet this couple, they want a side extension, they've got £70,000 to spend. I go in and say, actually, don't spend more than £20,000. You don't need to. You don't need a side extension. You actually have got lots of space in this house. You just need to have a bit of a clear out.
I remember you said to me, you're never happier than when you're tidy.
Chucking stuff out is cathartic. It's like cold shower. The first 3 minutes, maybe, you're like,
3 minutes?
yeah, and then you get used to it, and then it's really good for you.
Back in 2019, we met a couple in Cambridgeshire who'd been locking horns over their family home for 4 years. When primary teacher Emily and construction project manager Chris bought their 3-bed semi 12 years ago, it was just the two of them. But since then, there have been a few additions to the family.
There's the two of us, our son who is 6, almost 7, and we have our twin daughters who are 11.
Plus Yoshi the cat. And as any parents know, the more kids you have, the more stuff you need to store.
Everything is just out. There's no space to put anything away.
Yeah, but we can't make storage to put things away because there's no space.
And it's not as if they haven't tried to tackle the problem head-on already. Despite spending £35,000 on a large downstairs extension, the house still doesn't work. So now Chris wants to extend out onto the first floor. But Emily's not convinced.
Our extension downstairs was done a few years ago. It's not ever actually been properly finished.
Yeah, it's not 100% finished.
No.
Which is why you probably don't want another extension.
Yeah, it does make me nervous to have to go through that again.
And it's not just the fear of another building project. As the children get older, Emily thinks the limited transport links to attractions in nearby towns won't suit her family's needs.
The girls aren't going to stay 11 forever. They're not going to be happy just riding their bikes down to the park. There's got to be something out there that is going to suit our growing older family more than it does now.
But despite Emily's fears, Chris still sees a future in their home.
There's plenty of space in the garden for the kids to run around. It's just lacking the bedroom space, which can easily be solved. I need to convince Emily that this house does have the potential that I can see in it.
She can't change the location, though. For Kirsty to convince me to love this house like you do, she does need to perform a miracle.
Not to worry, Chris. Miracles are my speciality.
Please use side door.
Oh, OK. Fair enough. Side door.
on an extension, look. We're very pleased to meet you. I'm Phil.
Hi, Ian. I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily. Phil, how do you do?
Can we come in? Yeah.
This might be a first for you, Kirsty, arriving after the extension's been built.
It's certainly unusual, but the family claim to have run out of space, so we need to get to the bottom of this.
Who's loving, who's listing?
I love it because it's got the space, it's got the garden which the kids can run around in, and it's got the potential to go upstairs and give us the bedroom space that is currently lacking.
OK.
I would like to list the house. I feel that this house has probably reached the potential it's got. There's no storage. There isn't enough bedroom space. I've never loved this house.
How many bedrooms have you currently got?
We have 3, and there's 5 of us.
The girls sharing and fighting.
A lot.
Dickering.
You do know that bedrooms don't make any difference to that, don't you?
We do, but at least they'll have their own space that they can actually go away from each other, which at the moment they can't do.
Yeah. There's one thing that no one has said anything about.
Stuff? Yes, we're quite bad at
stuff.
Throwing things away.
I have loads of clever ways of dealing with this stuff, and they don't all involve a skip. I'm desperate to have a look around.
This family have already tried to solve the issues by adding more space, which hasn't worked. So I need to show them how to tackle the problem in a different way.
It's lovely. It's very family.
It's very full.
It's really, really full, and it would be so much easier to live in it and function in it and feel it was working well for you if it was decluttered.
But you've got to be pleased that they've actually done...
They've done a great extension.
A great extension.
But this is the kind of thing which didn't get finished off. Yeah.
But no one can sell it like this.
It's becoming clear that this is more than just needing an extra bedroom. It's about making the house function properly as a family home.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
A room with no discernible use whatsoever apart from storage. And this is one of the key rooms of the house.
It's a perfectly good and serviceable bedroom.
Something might have just got rather easier for her.
I'm starting to think that adding square footage isn't the answer here. This is about maximising the use of space that they already have.
I've got the solution to this house, and it doesn't involve spending half as much money as they think.
Whatever your solution, the location isn't working for Emily, and only listing can solve that. My £500,000 budget is more than reasonable to find the 4-bed properties they like, so it's looking promising for Team Listed.
Not so fast, Phil. I'm confident I can sway Emily. They don't need to spend anything like that £60,000 love-it budget to make this house work. Instead, my plan involves practical thinking, a lot of elbow grease, and a bit of soul-searching.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this house is probably an 8 in terms of the severity of the clutter problem. I know that you would like to have 4 bedrooms upstairs and then turn what you have referred to as the dumping room?
Yeah, pretty much.
Into a study for the girls when they go to senior school.
Yeah.
But repeat after me.
Sorry.
If we decluttered this house, we would have a 4th bedroom downstairs. You are basically trying to spend your way out of...
Clutter. Yes. More than likely.
Yeah.
My plan involves Chris and Emily moving into the so-called dumping room, leaving their bedroom for one of the children. Then, by adding a new porch, they will create a much lighter and more practical entrance hallway. Finally, Chris and Emily are keen to build an outdoor storage unit in the garden, which can double up as a future study for the kids.
I think that you should start with a catastrophically severe declutter, in the sense that you literally take the contents of every room out into the garden and you just think, right, if it suddenly started to pour with rain, what would I grab first?
That's a good idea.
There is no doubt that you need to recarpet upstairs. You need to repaint every single room in the house.
Yep.
You need to render the house.
Yep.
I'm thinking we declutter first.
Absolutely.
And we put the shed down the end to give us that study space.
A lot of thinking, I think.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
To the outsider, the solution may seem obvious, but it's harder to see things as clearly when it's your own home. Thankfully, though, my plan seems to have struck a chord with Chris and Emily.
Was I a bit tough?
It would have been a tricky conversation to have, but you were absolutely right.
There was the clutter that comes with families, but it definitely had got out of control.
Yes. I think that's what interested me, was that they already had the rooms that they required.
Yeah.
They just got too much stuff in them and they couldn't see it. I thought the porch was really smart, because that took the pressure off the bottom of the staircase.
Yes, yeah.
And that was quite a small change, but it made a significant difference.
Yeah.
And that's when it's so sweet that little things make huge differences.
Little things can make huge differences.
And that was the mantra I was hoping would work for Edinburgh-based couple Gary and Bill, who we met in 2020. And they're no average homeowners. For the past 15 years, they've lived in this Victorian cemetery lodge house.
Of all the things that bother me about the house, the fact that it's next to a graveyard doesn't. You feel kind of quite secluded, apart from the bedroom being on the main road.
A rather busy main road at that, but despite the noise, property manager Bill couldn't imagine ever leaving his beloved and somewhat distinctive 4-bed home.
I fell in love with it straight away. It's got unique characteristics like a turret. It was very quirky, and that appealed to me.
But police community advisor Gary has a different outlook.
The kitchen is small. I feel like I'm a mile away from everybody if I'm in that. We entertain quite a lot, and I'm always the one that does the cooking. The bedroom's really noisy with the traffic. The garden's too small and overcrowded.
I think we're living in a different house.
Even with the cramped kitchen and small garden, collector maniac Bill still manages to find space for his prized memorabilia.
I must admit, every cupboard is jam-packed full of treasures. It's like an Aladdin's cave. It's wonderful.
I've always said to him, one day you'll come back and there'll be 100 bin bags outside the front door with all that rubbish in it if you don't get it sorted. Maybe just take him away and my problems will be solved.
Let's not resort to such drastic measures before we've had a chance to help.
Hello.
Good morning. Very nice to meet you.
Yes, you too.
I'm very intrigued to see more. Go on, Phil, you get on in.
We're heading straight to the fresh air of the back garden. But even a quick glimpse tells me the problem here isn't entirely down to the house.
What are we doing here? Who wants to love? Who wants to list?
Well, I love the house. I have since the day we bought it.
Well, I want to list it because there's always something needs done, so I think we just need to move on and get somewhere new.
I mean, it's perfectly quiet. And you both fell in love with it at the beginning and thought...
No.
Oh.
I fell in love with it.
Oh.
And Gary
came
reluctantly
along.
came along.
Tolerated it.
Yes.
I haven't hated it, but it doesn't flow. The rooms are higgledy-piggledy. There's no storage, or what there is full of
treasures.
Treasures.
What kind of treasures are we talking about?
I've seen some of those treasures, yeah.
I collect things around music, mostly bands from the 80s when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I just tucked my head round the spare bedroom door, and it's piled on the bed.
That's my processing unit. That's my area for working.
Welcome to my life.
Categorising it and archiving it.
This is a storage problem.
Whilst I appreciate Bill's hobby, the fact that his collection has commandeered the downstairs spare bedroom, an entire 12 square metres of precious space, just isn't fair. But there are other issues at play here, mainly the ground floor layout.
The kitchen's at the end, and when you're in there, you're kind of shut off from everybody.
It's very narrow, it's very dark.
It seems to me on the surface of things that Bill's passion is contributing to Gary's dislike of the house, but you're the one that wants to stay, Bill.
Yes.
But Gary's the one that spends time in the kitchen, and aside from the collecting and storage, the kitchen isn't working for you. Is that correct?
I would reluctantly agree.
This one won't be easy. Problems with flow of the house combined with storage issues. I don't envy your job here, Kirsty.
In 2020, Phil and I travelled to Edinburgh to help married couple Bill and Gary with their divisive home of 15 years.
kitchen is small. The bedroom's really noisy with the traffic. The garden's too small and overcrowded. I think we're living in a different house.
But it's not just the traffic driving Gary out of the house. Bill's hobby is also taking up every available space, including a spare bedroom.
You're going to need more than a tape rack to sort this one out.
You might be right, but what's more worrying is how I solve the cramped kitchen layout with my £60,000 love-it budget. Any ideas?
If you make the kitchen bigger, you'll make the garden even smaller, and their problem is that the garden's not big enough.
Why can't you knock down that wall? You're famous for knocking down walls.
Not for £60,000. I mean, look at the thickness of that wall.
Yeah, you're right. That's 2 foot thick.
Not to mention probably load-bearing.
I'm struggling to see an affordable solution in here, Phil.
And it's impossible to arrange this room any differently.
Because of the doors reduces where you can put
stuff.
things
Yes,
for a kitchen.
Yeah. I really don't know what to do. Seriously, Phil. I haven't felt like this before.
Whilst you try and figure it out, I'm going to check upstairs.
Well, main bedroom, it's all really nice. Very nice ensuite. How are you getting on? You look troubled.
I am troubled.
Okay. Upstairs is actually really lovely.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll come down.
It's clear that lack of storage and kitchen space are at the heart of this debate. 2 things I'm sure I can solve with a listed budget of around £500,000.
You have a much easier job.
Yeah, I'm freely admit I'm quite pleased to be on Team Listed. Don't you think that Gary's put up with this for such a long time?
I do. I think he's a saint.
Yeah. In a house that you weren't that keen on anyway.
No.
I mean, some of us do have to put up with things for long periods of time that drive us round the twist.
At least for Gary's irritations, a solution is at hand. Estate agents have said that I only have a ceiling price window of around £50,000 to play with. So I've come up with a clever plan to give them both what they want while staying well under budget.
So, gents, under here there is a plan which will get Gary out of the Cinderella-like kitchen and into the limelight.
Where he belongs.
Indeed, where he belongs.
My plan repurposes the dining room as a kitchen diner by installing units and work surfaces, an under-counter fridge and a new cooking area. A large square table with bench seating allows daily use when tucked away, but can be pulled out to seat up to 12 guests when entertaining. The existing kitchen becomes a combined pantry, additional kitchen space and utility room in one. And finally, bedroom 2 will be furnished with a new desk and stylish freestanding storage to allow Bill to process and store his precious collections.
I never thought about utilising a room that we very rarely use.
Yeah, it's a great room.
Walking through. I think it's great. I'm just like a bit kind of taken aback because I'd never thought about that, even considered that.
That's Gary taken care of. Now for Bill and bedroom 2.
You take the bed out of that room. You get all the display stuff that you want. You have all the shelving that you want. You really go down the sort of nerdy path for storage. If you turn that room into a passion room...
Yes.
A passion room.
I think we should all have a passion room.
I think we should. Yep, I've sown that seed.
As long as I get my passion room, you can do it in the kitchen. You can start now.
Whatever turns you on, Bill, whatever turns you on. Back in Somersham, it's time to indulge in one of my passions, decluttering, on an industrial scale. Last time I was here, Chris and Emily had a grand plan to expand the house and spend £60,000. But they'd made the mistake so many of us make. They'd muddled lack of space with clutter. This house has got too much stuff in it, so it feels too small. And we are going to go in, enlarge it by emptying it. We've got the skip, I got the flat shoes, we're off.
It always worries me when the heels come off.
So, guys, what we have here is the 4-box method. Bin, recycle, sell, donate and keep. The key is rapid decision-making.
We can do that.
With the average property in the UK costing £211 per square foot,
Grab a box, let's get going.
Emily and Chris's dumping room is the equivalent of over £22,000 worth of unused space.
That's fun.
It is fun, but it's a pain in the bum because it takes up too much room.
But it isn't just about freeing up this area. It's been claimed that clutter can have a negative impact on your mood and mental health.
If I drop this, I'll get kicked out of the house.
Clearing out huge swathes of clutter can be daunting, but by allocating even a little bit of time each week to face it head-on, you can keep on top of it.
Emily?
Yeah. I know, they're from Jasper.
I suspected so.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do about those first baby things? How many do you want? 5 each?
Yeah, probably.
It may seem extreme, but it goes to show how easy it is to hold on to stuff. So far, Chris and Emily have recycled, sold or skipped over 1/2 ton of belongings. But the dumping room has been totally cleared to reveal their new 4th bedroom.
Good grief. It's bigger than you thought, I think.
It is really bigger. Chris, would you do me a favour? I know that the carpet has seen better days, but would you just lie down there for me with your head? You are the size of a double bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you had a built-in cupboard here, you'd have ample room. Don't move. No, don't move. You'd have ample room to get into the cupboard.
Without any
So
doubt.
that's quite a lot of space. This is a big cupboard.
Yes, a massive cupboard.
I think this room will be lovely. Bedside tables, lights. Do you feel any clearer?
I feel we've got an awful big job on our hands.
There's still a lot of sorting.
It definitely shows that the house has got more potential than we probably have realised.
Right, we've got to get on with it.
We do. Let's go.
Nearly 10 square metres recovered from the clutter. Chris and Emily now have an extra room and it didn't cost a penny. And 5 months on, they have continued working hard. The wooden cabin is built, a new render is being applied shortly, and the new front porch is going up.
I think the suggestions that Kirsty made, actually, sorry, Phil, has made a really, really big difference. Just seeing the space that they're creating out there. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's bigger than even I thought it was going to be.
And while Chris and Emily are approaching the home stretch, up in Edinburgh, Gary and Bill are just getting started. As their home is listed, they need consent for the work, both inside and out. Now it's signed off, their build can begin.
We got the listed building consent really quite quickly and the building warrant's all in place. Unfortunately, the kitchen's coming from Germany, so this is what's kind of holding things up a little bit.
But they're cracking on with what they can in the meantime. As well as Bill starting to sort through his treasures, they've decided to supersize my plans by fully swapping the dining room and kitchen. In addition, they're splashing out £4,500 on sliding doors in what will be the dining room, which will look onto a newly landscaped garden, pushing the spend upwards to 45 grand. But it seems the boys aren't alone, as a recent survey showed that 46% of the nation has also undertaken garden improvements during the lockdown periods. And as outdoor space is now one of the most sought-after feature to prospective buyers, the additional space will not be wasted if they decide to list it. But if you ask me, I don't think they'll be going anywhere. In Somersham, Chris and Emily have been following my plan to uncover a 4th bedroom. But as Emily was concerned that the twins would need a better connected location, Phil was feeling confident with his 500 grand search budget. Which is why he took them to see a 4-bed in the village of Long Stanton, a 25-minute bus journey to Cambridge and under budget at £475,000.
Kids would love that out there.
And the combination of modern house and easy access to the city got them both thinking.
It does open up a whole new avenue of social life as well as family life.
But the property that really struck a chord with Chris and Emily was in the market town of Chatteris and a 4-minute walk to the twins' school.
Never have to worry about missing the bus.
I want to see it.
This detached house delivers on all fronts. Driveway with double garage, 4 good-sized bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 of which are en suites, and 5 reception rooms, including this superb open-plan kitchen diner. With the price way under budget at $425,000, I'm rather looking forward to this.
You've got the kitchen.
Yeah.
With its utility room. You've got a conservatory, a snug.
Wow.
A big living room and a dining room.
Good Chris. Tick, 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 tick.
That's great. That's 1 room each.
What do you reckon, Chris? You're trying to be reluctant, aren't you?
I'm trying. I'm failing. This is the sort of thing that we would definitely want.
Try as he might, even Chris is struggling to find fault here.
We've got a lovely east-facing garden which wraps around it, so you get
Fabulous.
beautiful morning sun here.
Oh, it's gorgeous, all those trays.
Isn't it, Chris?
Unfortunately, yes. Had this been around a year ago, you probably wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
It's job done, is it? I'd go home.
Yeah, I'm done. I think Phil has already won this competition because that house is perfect.
Virtually perfect.
Do you hear that, Kirsty? Perfect.
Ah, but wait till you see what they've achieved at home, Phil. As 13 months after we first met, it's time to find out what Chris and Emily have decided to do.
This all looks very smart.
It does look very smart. Hello.
Hello. I was just admiring the new porch.
It does look very, 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 very smart. And it makes such a difference.
It certainly does.
It really does. After you guys. Oi! Did you see that?
Sorry, only a joke. Do come in. Do come in.
Charming. Thankfully, first impressions here make up for my cheeky sidekick. Before, there was a small, dark, uninviting front hallway. But with the addition of the porch, which along with the other exterior work cost £12,500, light now floods into the front of the house.
Oh, this is all very smart.
Before, the living space felt cramped, thanks to a staggering amount of clutter accumulated over the years. But after the Team Love It clutter cull, it's chaos no more. New furniture, smart storage solutions, and a fresh paint job throughout have transformed the ground floor into a far more calming and functional space.
It looks amazing, and it does actually look quite, although not a huge amount of change, it's transformed. What have you done with everything?
Phil's not concentrating. He doesn't like it when I do something successful.
I recognise the writing. It's your writing. It is your list of what to do.
It's not.
It is.
He framed
Clear home, clear garden, paint, finish exterior, plant garden, purchase posh shed. Only you would write a thing like that. But you've missed the final thing. Point 9 should be listed.
That point certainly doesn't belong on my agenda, Phil. And so much more has changed here. Twins Amelia and Felicity now each have their very own bedrooms, giving them both some personal space. And downstairs for Emily and Chris, what before was not so affectionately known as the junk room has been given a new lease of life. Decluttered, freshly decorated and repurposed as the 4th bedroom they craved. A good old tidy-up has saved them shelling out upwards of £50,000 on an upstairs extension.
Well, what a transformation. It's a lot bigger than I remember it,
Yeah.
but then it did have...
A lot of stuff in it.
It's a really nice room.
It is. Yeah. It's really peaceful and calming as well. So, yeah, it's working really, really well for us.
To think that you were so close to building a big extension in order to create this.
Yeah, it would have been silly money spent.
And the savings made here meant more could be spent giving the back of the house a makeover. That unfinished extension used to look out onto, you've guessed it, more clutter. But this spot has been completely refreshed. The rear of the house now stands proud with its long overdue render, and there's also a free view down to the brand new cabin.
My, Kirstles, that is a posh shed.
For £7,500, this little beauty gave them a multi-purpose space, perfect for playing, homework, DIY or entertaining. By uncovering that fourth bedroom, they've avoided building a costly extension. Porch, cabin, carpets, furniture and decorating, all in, they have £33,000 left over from their original 60k Love It budget.
But will all these changes be enough?
Sounds like our cue for a cuppa, Phil.
Well, it looks lovely.
It does look lovely, Phil.
It does look lovely, and so much easier to live in.
Much, yes.
And so much less stuff. Same number of people, but...
And it's just more comfortable to be in.
Yeah, it's more relaxing. It's not so stressful.
Not tripping over everything.
Yeah. And knowing where everything is.
So where were your heads at, both of you, when we finished our search, our time together?
I mean, we were 50-50 after the search.
No, but it definitely showed us that we could afford bigger, closer to the girls' school, or slightly smaller but closer to the Cambridge area.
Should you choose to sell it?
Should you choose to sell it? Which, well, Phil, which brings us to the question.
I think it does.
Emily, Chris, are you going to love it?
Or list it?
I think we're going to love it for a little bit longer.
For a little bit longer?
A few more years, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe reevaluate when the girls have finished their GCSEs.
OK.
Which is a while off, Phil.
Yeah.
Which is 4 or 5 years off.
Well, congratulations. I mean, it's great that you're on the same page.
Yeah. No, we are. The changes have just made it a different house.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm really pleased you're both in agreement, finally. The family is back set.
For now, yeah.
The biggest lesson we've learned from all this is to not hoard junk that we don't need. You collect stuff over the years from your children or people who've passed away and you've inherited stuff. It's hard to make that jump to, I don't actually need it, it needs to go.
Yeah.
But we
had a push.
Yeah, we've definitely learnt our lesson.
Of all the projects that have been done, that has to be one of the greatest results with one of the least amount of changes. It transformed the house. It was amazing that they already had the room that they said to you that they needed.
They needed, yeah.
It was already there.
Yeah.
They just couldn't see it.
I've always wanted to focus a bit more on decluttering because I think so many of us are plagued by that.
Well, there's two different things going on, because the decluttering of stuff that you don't need in your house and it can be given away or sold, and then there's having better storage.
Having better storage,
and they didn't have storage.
No.
They just didn't.
But if you give people better storage, they just put clutter into...
Okay.
It's better stored clutter.
Didn't you used to have a rule of 1 in, 1 out on something?
I try 1 in, 1 out,
Is it your
yes.
shoes?
On shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I might adopt the same approach for co-hosts. We're looking back at the brilliant builds that turned wasted space into valuable square footage without the need for expensive extensions or loft conversions. In Somersham, Cambridgeshire, Emily and Chris decided to love their smartened up semi with newly repurposed 4th bedroom, porch and multi-purpose work shed. But up in Edinburgh, it was still all to play for.
Under here, there is a plan which will get Gary out of the Cinderella-like kitchen and into the limelight.
So while Bill and Gary awaited the delivery of their new kitchen, Phil swept them away, determined to find their perfect property elsewhere for their budget of £500,000.
They've asked for somewhere that's traditional, somewhere that's got an open-plan kitchen and a nice view. That's about it. Which either means they're completely open-minded or they don't really know what they want.
So Phil decided to try out a wild card, with a unique new build along the coast in Seaton Mains, on the market for offers over £440,000.
Down here we have quite a interesting property. It is a bit of a curved ball.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, it's modern, it's never been lived in, it's freshly built, but it is very, very individual and quite quirky. We are half a mile from the beach.
Wow.
So your morning dog walks will be down there.
Oh, yeah. So far, so good.
While Gary and Bill appreciated the seaside views and unique exterior,
Well, this is a nice balcony, eh?
Oh, wow, yeah. So it's great, it's got view, I like that.
the flipped layout with basement bedrooms wasn't to their taste.
No, it's disappointing.
It's slightly dark for me.
So his final roll of the dice. The boys upped their budget to 600 grand and widened their search area, which somehow allowed Phil to take them out of the country.
Hold on, another country it may be, but at just over an hour away, the village of Horncliffe, just outside Berwick-upon-Tweed, offers Gary and Bill the rural feel they're after, with quick and easy access to a bustling town and stunning coastline.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to England.
Oh!
I thought for you guys, moving from a cemetery into a church is kind of a natural progression,
There's a
isn't it?
theme.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
What do you make of that, then?
Yeah, it's amazing. Look at the windows.
It is quite special.
Wow. Love it.
Did you hear that? Hallelujah! Bill has finally seen the light. With a guide price of $595,000, this 1850s village church conversion boasts a breathtaking double-height atrium on the ground floor, providing access to 4 well-proportioned ensuite bedrooms. Up the central staircase, the spacious kitchen, dining area and comfy lounge blend the open-plan modern living with the character features Bill and Gary love. Behind the dining area, there are 2 further bedrooms, a private galleried mezzanine above that, and up more stairs, the impressive main bedroom. With so much on offer, I'm hopeful the guys will love this as much as I do.
Oh, yeah, like this. Wow.
Amazing, absolutely. I'm gobsmacked.
Look, help yourselves. Have a wander. Go and check out that kitchen. It really is. It's the biggest kitchen island I've ever seen.
Oh, this is nice.
Look at the size of this.
This is really good. I've not seen an island this size before. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
A great space.
And those beautiful windows. Look at the shape of those windows.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like Bill has finally joined Team Listed.
It's surprised me that I like it.
So have I done my job?
I think you have. I'm mega impressed with this. Within our budget to find somewhere like this is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Come on, Bill. Team Listed. You know it makes sense. Well, come on. You've got it within you. I know you have.
Kirsty's toast.
Kirsty is toast. I needed to come up with something that was exceptional because I just had more room to do it, I had more money to play with. So I was chuffed to bits with that church. But importantly, it gave Bill dedicated space, dedicated rooms for his collections.
It's another country, Phil.
With more people working from home, actually, I think the whole UK opens up, and more people will travel further in their house hunting.
Absolutely. Of course, I'm pulling your leg, and yes, that was a very valid decision to show them that amazing property.
People are working from home. Technology is better. Internet reception, it's not great everywhere, but it is improving, and it will continue to.
You definitely.
So it will change the nature of house hunting.
Not long after Phil's eye-opening search, we returned to Edinburgh to find out whether it would be enough to convince Bill and Gary to leave their cemetery lodge.
Hello!
Hello. Come
nice
in.
to see you both.
You can come.
When we first met Bill and Gary, their house featured an unloved dining room whose prime function was a corridor to a small, dark kitchen. But after swapping the rooms around, the new £16,000 high-spec kitchen sits firmly at the heart of the house, and Gary along with it.
This is just transformed. what's happened is an absolute full swap.
Yes.
But what's extraordinary is that this is a really punchy kitchen.
It's a big kitchen. It is.
It looks super, super cool. The colour is super chic. Anyone interested in cooking and entertaining, this is a stage.
And it really works. Everything's close by, everything's accessible. We'll have seating here. You can sit and talk while you cook. You can talk into the dining room. So it really flows.
Yeah.
And what's more, next door, Gary and Bill's decision to transform the old dark kitchen into a bright and inviting dining room was inspired. With the addition of sliding doors, they can enjoy an alfresco dining experience, whatever the weather.
Where is all the memorabilia?
Some of it's gone.
A lot of it's gone. I've donated many carloads, but I've still got the pleasure ahead of me to display it.
Go and buy it all again.
Previously, Bill's memorabilia was in disarray, bursting out of every available space, as well as monopolising a whole spare bedroom. But after taking my advice, the collection has been streamlined somewhat and helped along with a couple of choice pieces of storage and a handy desk.
Look at this, Bill.
Yes, huge difference in here.
Whose idea was the panelling?
That was mine.
It's inspired. It makes it feel so much bigger.
Yes.
It gives it depth and warmth. And the bed is just spun round, and yet it works as a sofa and as a bed. It looks sensational. I love that.
Yes, I'm very pleased with this commit.
I will just say that every moment I spend in this house, I think Phil's confidence is less and less and less justified.
I'll hand it to you. The changes are impressive.
Even more so when you consider they haven't had to extend into the garden and lose their only outside space. Instead, the boys have maximised it by clearing and landscaping, making it an inviting focal point from the dining room. And with a final bill of just over £45,000, they managed to stay within the ceiling price. But after 15 years of living here, will Gary finally love this house?
I think you've done absolutely everything you possibly could have done, but you haven't actually tackled the major issues.
The size has been tackled.
You haven't made it any bigger. You just
No, but it has. No, but it's not about bricks and mortar.
Yes.
Repositioning a house.
There was more usable space.
Much more usable space.
Yes, but we've got to talk about the church.
Yeah. It was an amazing property. The only thing that I didn't like was there was too many bedrooms.
You were blown away. Your jaws were on the floor. We go, oh.
Yes,
Well, Phil, that was before the kitchen went in. And I'm afraid things change. Right, let's do this. Bill, Gary, are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
We're going to.
List it.
You had me worried there. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You'll sell it really well.
We're not going to do it straight away. We're going to enjoy what we've put in, but with the intention of getting something out of the city.
Well, I'm delighted, and I'm delighted you've done such a beautiful job to the house as well.
Yeah.
Gary, you were always keen to list it anyway. Bill, was that a tricky decision for you, or was it the way it happened?
It was the church one. I really was taken aback by that, thinking that this is beautiful. I really liked it.
One of the problems people have with converted churches is the graveyard.
Yeah.
You've lived in a graveyard. You've not got any problem with gravestones.
Absolutely not.
The more graves, the better.
Don't think we ever thought we would come to a decision we both agreed on. It's the first time for everyone.
Well, especially myself, where I thought I love the house, I still love the house, but we now feel we've done as much as we can to the house, and it's quite exciting to look at what we could do next.
Almost a year later, and Gary and Bill have sold the house in Portobello and made the move further down the coast to what was their holiday home in Coldingham in the Scottish borders.
We were really pleased with how quickly the house sold. It was really nice when people came in, which they did, and said, wow, especially when they saw the kitchen.
The search with Phil made them realise how much they value outdoor space.
One of the attractions here is having a big garden and being able to landscape it and develop it. We really wanted a pond, which obviously couldn't do in Edinburgh, so that was a big, huge attraction.
And they have big plans for all that extra space outdoors, which include renovating the garden, installing solar panels in an adjacent field, and extending the house to build 2 additional bedrooms.
I look at things with a different eye now. So to look at it now from a point of view as a home and to actually introduce things that we like, things that I like really, will really make a big difference.
I hope they enjoyed living in it in the time that they did, but the really terrific news was that they sold it very well, quickly, cracked on.
I think a lot of people did that during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They ended up somewhere which they realised was their real home.
That looked fantastic. They're doing things, they've got plans, they're excited about it. They were on the same page because Bill's treasures can be displayed unobtrusively. Everyone's happy.